might only be until June, but what extra concessions is she really likely to wrangle out of Brussels in that time? And of course, an extension is in the gift of Brussels, and they'll want to see a real likelihood of progress, and they're coming for an entirely different perspective, talking about a delay of up to 2 years, in which time they propose ditching the transition period altogether, spending that time working on the future permanent trading relationship. The benefit of that is that it eliminates the need for the Irish backstop, the key sticking point between both sides. But of course, negotiating that final settlement will of course be just as fraught.
The United States has denied Russian accusations of planning military intervention in Venezuela, despite President Trump saying all options are on the table. The two countries exchanged opposing views at a UN Security Council meeting. Russia claimed the US was reinforcing its military and logistical muscle in Puerto Rico and neighboring Colombia. Oscar Valero has this report.
The United States applied the pressure on Venezuela in the Security Council. It wants the UN to vote this week on a draft resolution calling for elections in the country and the delivery of humanitarian aid.
We ask that others join us in sanctioning those who've been involved in the violence over the last weekend and who are fattened by the spoils of the Maduro regime's corruption. We ask that member states contribute to addressing the humanitarian situation in Venezuela, as dozens of nations already have generously done.
He confirmed Washington will impose new sanctions on Venezuelan officials. Russia, leader of the countries supporting Nicolás Maduro as president, said that the US is preparing an imminent military intervention in Venezuela, something the US denies, even though Donald Trump has indicated all the options are on the table. The Venezuelan Foreign Affairs Minister, Jorge Arreaza, challenged the US and urged the UN to approve a resolution against the use of force in Venezuela. He was also defiant.
This was the last chapter on Saturday of the coup d'etat. They like to say to you, read my lips.
Read my lips. Fracasó. It failed.
More than asking, we would demand from the Security Council, with all due respect, that they can agree and sign a resolution. And what do we ask? That the threat of the use of force and the use of force itself against Venezuela be rejected.